Hey everyone, this is a replay sent to me by Brooklyn in the Nurnberg. This is a strat that I have not shown off before in Killer Whale. What he's doing in the Nurnberg is doing a very specialized route. It requires very detailed knowledge of the scenario, and if you want to learn, go watch my discussion video for Killer Whale. What he's doing is what I would call the north spawn kill route, and the whole idea is to get up to the A line very early. Now, one thing you need to know about doing this is you need ships with enough torpedo alpha damage to instantly outright kill ships that are spawning. So Nurnberg here is the perfect example with two sets of 3 torps on each side. Others can include, say, Bodiani with 5 torpedoes each side, or recently the new Devonshire with 4, or Graf's Bay. But others like Huanghe, for example, aren't suitable, and funny enough, most destroyers are not suitable because you just don't have enough alpha, and you can't fire enough torpedoes on both sides of the ships typically. So I'm going to be doing a lot of speeding up through this replay, since most of the time you're waiting for ships to spawn, it's going to be very boring. Now, depending on what ship you're taking here at the beginning, you can focus on certain things, like, say, the Graf's Bay. Your AP can easily one-shot forts, so you would be focusing more on forts. Here in the Nurnberg that Brooklyn's using, you would typically be, say, helping shoot ships like the Karlsruhe and the destroyer if it comes up far enough, and then what buildings you can reach on the way north. From here, he's just going to be firing at buildings as he goes north, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Now from here, the rest of the team is heading in to take out everything in the base, but the strat is going up early, so there's a lot of downtime when you're doing this. And don't forget, when you get within approximately 8 kilometers of a fort, you can use AP to kill it quickly, even in a light cruiser. And if you didn't know yet, or you haven't watched my discussion video, 12 minutes is the first spawn time of the incoming waves. So you will see what he does to the first one. And you're going to be getting a lot of that. One key thing to know and get this done even more efficiently is to know the spawn times. like 12 minutes and just have your torpedoes ready to fire the instant they spawn. And that's one key thing to do with this strat, as you want to reduce the damage you take as much as possible. Next spawn for this will be 912, so I'm going to speed it up. And you can see he's used really good camo and flags. As long as your division mates cooperate, or the random pubs don't do well, you can actually do really good. And just like that, another set of torpedoes into the next spawn. Now, next spawn wave is the third wave out at 627. He is moving out to the next spot. Here you need to be as quick and efficient as you can to get there in time. And there is slight positioning you need to watch for. You can't be right next to the border. And you also need to remember which ships need to fire torpedoes at first, as typically a battleship is more dangerous than a cruiser or destroyer, obviously. Next wave also spawns the same spot, so he's backing up and positioning himself again. And this time the battleship will be on the left. Next spawn time is 3:42 for the fourth wave. Now, the key thing is to know the spawn times. Otherwise, you could easily get yourself sunk doing this. And with that done, he's going to position himself once more for the last wave. The last spawn is 142. And obviously, if you don't have very many people heading for an exit, you can get yourself sunk as well. And that's pretty much it. It's a very easy thing to do if you know what you're doing, but can be very hard to do if you don't have enough knowledge of how the scenario runs. So keep that in mind if you want to give it a try. I recommend watching this a number of times, as well as my discussion video, to get a good idea. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. And let me know how it goes if you give this a shot.